Hi guys, this is day number 2 of my Love and Grace with Laurie, where I share personal stories about how God showed up in my life. And so today we're just going to jump right into the story. My oldest came home one evening after work and he said, "Hey Mom, I think you saved my life today." And I was like, What happened? I've been home all day. What are you talking about? Anyway, he said, "There's this intersection that I drive every day when I turn from work to go to the gym. It's always busy. It's always load and pack with cars. And today when I was in the intersection, of course it was raining all day, and he goes, my car doesn't do good on rain. It slides and spins. It just doesn't do good when the roads are wet." And I was in that same intersection and I was turning, and in an instant on the turn, my car spun around. I was going the opposite way in the wrong lane, and I looked around, and where normally it's full packed with cars everywhere, he's like, there was not a car in sight. Like, this is a huge busy intersection that like never happens. And there wasn't any cars. And I'm like, I knew in that moment that God has spared my life. I was like, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. I knew that my life was saved because that intersection is always busy. I didn't hit anything. I was able to turn back around and get to where I was supposed to go with not even any cars around. And he said, "Mom, I see you praying in the basement every day when I go to work. And I just assumed that you probably had been praying for me because I knew that my life had been spared in that intersection where there were normally lots of cars and there were no cars." You guys, sometimes we don't know the power of our prayers. We don't ever hear these kinds of stories. And sometimes we fall away and we stop praying. We feel like they're not working. We just have no idea of the power of prayer. But I can tell you that day, my son and myself had a better understanding that prayer is important and powerful. And he was a part of a miracle that day. It was just a really crazy thing. I mean, the Bible tells us in Ephesians 6:18 that we are supposed to pray all kinds of prayers and stay alert and be persistent and keep praying no matter what. Sometimes you think that they're not really doing anything. You don't know what tomorrow or today is going to bring. But where could you pick back up and start praying over somebody or a situation again? Who could you start praying for again, or for the first time that maybe you thought was a lost cause? Who needs your prayer today? I can't imagine if that day would have gone differently and I would have gotten a phone call or a stranger would have showed up at my door. I don't know what I would have done, and I don't even really want to think about it. But I was sure glad that I had prayer as a part of my daily routine. And for my son to witness my quiet time with God and to be a part of the miracle is something I know he will never forget. Anyway, that's today's story. And thanks for listening. Have a good one.